Visionomicon.
Sights from beyond.
International.
So my musical influences are predominantly actually shoegaze and post-black metal bands like Alcest has actually been my favourite band for probably about 8 years now, and more post-black metal kind of hardcore style bands like Harakiri for the Sky and Aryukni and Numenorian also are great influences for my music. They kind of helped shape the sounds I went for with the kind of more slow blast beats, almost like this half-time double bass that is more headbangable and less crazy. And what I found is that these kinds of sounds that these bands use helps integrate more of a passionate, more emotional feeling into the music, and that's something that I have tried to encapsulate in the music of Laang and then build on in my own way to create a sound that I hope is quite unique to Laang. As for the gear that I use, my main guitar is this one. It's a Gibson SG Special. I bought this 10 years ago when I was 14 years old. I saved up for about a year and a half with the very little money I was making at the time, and was eventually able to afford this guitar. It's been my main guitar ever since. I love the way it sounds, I love the way that it plays and feels. The thick neck works wonderfully for me and the way that I play. I have changed the tuning pegs because they're just nicer when they're silver instead of that weird green that Gibson usually uses. And I have changed the bridge pickup from the stock pickup to be a Seymour Duncan Nazgul pickup, which has a great metal sound. It was a toss-up between that one or the Black Winter pickups, which are more common for black metal, but I wanted to not have the usual black metal sound. I wanted to use a more unique kind of sound. So besides that, the guitar's standard. One thing that I do love about it is it has these moon inlays, which are just quite special, and I like them. I love this guitar. It's a great guitar, and it's great. It's featured on every album that I've ever recorded. And then, aside from the guitar, this is my arhu. This is actually was an instrument that belonged to a friend of mine, and I had wanted to learn to play the arhu for many years, ever since I first saw Thonic perform live and saw Freddie Lim playing the arhu while playing through songs like Takeo, and it was wonderful. It was a fantastic performance, and after seeing how well the arhu and the metal sounds mixed, I wanted to learn how to play it, and as luck would have it, my friend was moving and wanted to sell hers, so I was able to pick this up from her about 2 years ago and started learning to play it, and I have included it in both the first Laang album, Hayang, as well as the new Laang album that will be coming out as soon as this pandemic ends, and that album will be called Intl. And this arhu here will make an appearance on, I believe, 5 songs on that album. So it's a great instrument. I personally love how it sounds because it sounds like weeping. It sounds almost like a human voice in some way, but it's a very sorrowful kind of sound. And I think that the sound of the arhu is very unique in that. And when I'm wanting to capture these very emotional feelings, the arhu I think is the perfect instrument to capture this sound. As some of you may be wondering, as I'm a Gwailo saying he's from Taiwan, I am in fact from Taiwan. I was born in Taiwan, but I come from a Norwegian family, so I'm half and half. So just to clear up any confusion that there might be about my name and my voice and how I look. But also, I just love to take the opportunity to thank Al Husert for having me for this interview and for having me on Visionomicon, the greatest black metal show there is. And I'd love to thank everyone who is here watching, everyone who's been supporting, everyone who has listened and purchased our albums and connected with me and my music over the last year and a half now that Laang has existed. And I'd love to thank those of you going forwards who will continue to stay with us. I hope to meet and speak to every single one of you someday, whether that's at the show or you message me on Facebook or Weibo or whatever it may be. Feel free to get in touch. I'm always happy to talk, and your support means a massive amount to me, and I greatly appreciate it. So thank you very much for everything. We hope to see you soon. We have a new album coming out soon, Intl. Watch our Facebook and Instagram and Weibo and other social media for information on when this will come out. We will have a lyric video coming out soon for World of Powerful Shirti, and also potentially a split release with a secret band that I will tell you about in the future. So thank you very much, thank you for having me, and we'll see you next time. I'm actually not much of a shredder. I mostly like to play rhythm and lower parts, but as this opportunity is here, I will play a bit of two songs kind of mashed together that will be featured on the new Laang album, Intl. As much as you get for now. That's a bonus part of the shredding part. I was told I should use the arhu more, so this is a bit of rains in Jiangnan, which is a beautiful part of mainland China that I would love to visit someday. Thank you again so much for joining us. This is Kohld Of Laang from Laang, and you are watching Visionomicon.
Visionomicon. Sights from beyond.